Now that that's out of the way, I saved this story for you, Keehlan, because I know that last episode, and we got a few comments about it, you missed out on the very long email from the 2 trans women who got raided by the police. and they are poor. So I know that is something that you love. So I decided to save a story for you. You know when you go out to dinner and you bring home something for the dog? That's what happened. I thought I'll save this for my mate Keehlan. Now I went out to dinner a couple of weeks ago at a pub in Frankston.
Oh.
Small pub in Frankston. And I sat across from a big table of like 15 to 20 people celebrating a birthday. Whole big family. Now they all seemed like very ugly people. Sorry. They all seemed like very lovely people. But I'm telling you, I have never in my life seen a collection of uglier people in my life. I sat across. Now I don't want to judge here, and I don't think they're bad people. I think they're all probably very good people. They all seem very happy. But I've never in my life seen a more unfortunate looking family. I don't think I've ever seen a collection of uglier people in my life. And I once saw a guy, chaperoning a group of disabled people around. These people were like physically, mentally healthy, but they were the most unfortunate looking family I've ever seen in my life. And I couldn't focus on any of the conversation that was going on at my table because we got there before them. So I got to watch them all arrive. And every single family member that arrived was uglier than the last. It was a whole family of like 20 plus people, but looking at them, you'd be like, that's a family of 4. Because they were all 4s. Every single one of them, it was a whole family of 4s. I've never seen it in my life. Because normally, right, ugly people, I believe this with every fibre of my being, ugly couples make beautiful children. If you look at the most beautiful people in the world as adults, if you look at their parents, the parents are always like 4s.
Yeah.
All right? Ugly people accidentally make beautiful kids. It's very rare that when you see a beautiful man or woman, a model, it's very rare for their parents to also be hot. They always come from uglies. All right? That's how hot people are made. Broken clock is right twice a day situation. I don't have anything else to say about this family. It was absolutely shocking to me how unfortunate looking every single one of them was. And I know that's really mean and judgmental, but I've been thinking about it for 2 weeks. So there you go, Keehlan.
That's good. Can I add to that?
Yeah.
There's a chain of restaurants called Moe's.
Yeah.
And there's one near the airport. Whenever we come back from Canberra, we stop off at Moe's because we love watching the very ugly and inbred families get together and have dinner.
It was that situation.
Yeah.
It was.
It makes you feel good about yourself.
Yeah. And don't get upset at me like you don't sit there at home watching The Biggest Loser going, oh, I'm glad I'm not that fat. All right? We all do it. Every single one of us likes looking at other people and being like, I'm glad I'm not them. And for me, that was my dinner. Is just, I'm telling you, man, there wasn't a single hottie.
How many were there? You said 20.
It was about 20 people, and half of them were women, and they were all bearded. I'm talking.
What kind of pub was it?
I'm talking left eye lower than the right eye ugly. I'm not talking fat. I'm talking like nose pointed to the sky, teeth touching the floor ugly.
Oh, God. What kind of pub was it? Was it like a
It was one in Frankston.
Was it a family pub?
It was like a family one, yeah.
I love it.
It was really good stuff.
It's good fun.
Yeah, it was good it was good fun.
It is it's kind of like a harsh reminder coming back to a real city, not like a fake city that I live in Canberra. It's you see homeless people and ugly people.
And some of them are homeless. Homeless uglies.
Yeah.
And I just feel so blessed to have been cured from that. I've left the ugly community. I was there, all right? So spiritually, I'm still quite unattractive. You know? Like those are my people.
You've always had handsome energy, though.
You reckon?
Yeah.
What's that mean?
You just like...
I look in the mirror and I'm just fucking like, yeah, that guy's hot. I'm just blind. I'm delusional, is what you're saying.
Well, like I feel like a 3
Yeah.
isn't like walking down the street with confidence. This is actually something I wanted to bring up. I was thinking about this the other day. There's a type of guy
Yeah.
there's 2 types of...
So what you're saying is uglies need to know their place.
Yeah, well, no. Uglies need to have a attitude adjustment, maybe. There's 3 types of dudes.
Yeah.
There's handsome guys who know they're handsome and are a bit arrogant.
They're the worst.
They're the worst. There's mid guys who on some days look better, but on other days look like 2s.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I fall into that category.
Yeah, I think we're both there.
Yep. And then there's fuglies with... No, sorry. That was wrong. That's wrong. There's uglies with fugly energy.
Right.
Fugly being fucking ugly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was walking out of the petrol station the other day, and these guys have...
I thought you were describing gay ugly people.
Why?
You said fugly.
Yeah. I don't get it.
Good. You're a better man than I.
I was walking out of the petrol station, and there's this 2 walking out, walking in with the confidence of a 1.
Yeah.
And he like...
And you got to be like, come on, man, you're twice as hot as how you're walking. One of my favorite Jim Jeffries jokes is when he's talking about like he's going, I'm a 5. All right. But have you ever seen a 2? And he's like, fuck, have you ever seen a 1? You never see a 1. A 1 will ruin your day.
And he's walking, I'm walking out, and I think I have a confident walk.
Yeah.
And I watch him like recoil as I walk past him. He kind of goes, as I've walked past.
Yeah,
and
because he looked at you and he was like, that's a 1. Are you sure he didn't do that?
I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
Maybe it was that. But it left me with this really frustrated feeling for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Dude, get some confidence.
Yeah.
Don't be so shy to walk past me.
Absolutely. This table of 24s, all right? They were some of the ugliest people I've ever seen in my life, and they all looked happy, and they all had confidence, and they were happy to be there. Even though there's terrible people like me who's like, man, you guys are so ugly, I got to do 20 minutes on my podcast.
I think you can be ugly, but you can't lack confidence.
Yeah, confidence is key, man. Confidence actually makes you hot. If you don't believe me, all right? I was doing this with a fucking gap tooth and a lisp for like a year. All right? So don't come to me about, I feel I've got a lack of confidence, bro. I had a gap tooth and a lisp for a year. I was spitting on folks, all right, doing videos. You can do it. All of this to say, the uglies are better people than the rest of us because they have to be, all right? You ever meet someone who used to be fat? Great person. Or very malicious. They go one. Usually they become a great person. Very rarely it goes wrong, and they go, oh, everyone's treating me better because they thought I was ugly, and they become evil, and they return the hurt they received to others. They learn nothing. Maybe that's kind of a little bit what I'm doing right now because about 2 years ago I would have fit right in on that table.
I will never be a friend with an ugly.
Okay,
No,
now this is heaps.
Never be friends with an ugly, self-conscious person.
Right.
But I love ugly, confident people.
Right.
And also stones, glass building, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Like, I'm aware.
You can see, ugly and stupid. Can't even. Yeah. See, that's why we get along less well now, because I used to be ugly and confident. Now I'm like a 6.5 and confident. Keehlan's like, ugh.
No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, we love that.
But all good. People in London, especially ugly. Have you? Okay, last thing, and then we'll move on. the way they hold their face. Have you noticed it?
No, what do you mean? The way Londoners hold their face.
Hold their face like with their chins out and their mouth slightly open and their lips like, yeah, like that. You walk around, you see not
It's
tourists.
Tuesday, isn't it?
That's how locals walk around.
Oh, fuck. Bottle of water. Guys, please join the Patreon so I can fucking replace this busted mic arm. That's so fun. I don't think they're holding their face like that. I think that's the only way their face can sit because of their teeth.
I was sitting at the London Library, whichever one you recommended I go to. I was doing some work, and a group of uni students were sitting next to me doing their work.
Yeah.
And they were, it sounds awful, but they were so ugly in my peripheral, I had to leave.
You had to leave?
Yeah, I was getting upset.
That's awesome. Guys, it's all about loving yourself on the inside, all right? That's what matters. Keehlan was actually disturbed by their character, not what they looked like on the outside.